Welcome to my cake kitchen. I'm Gladys. If we're meeting for the first time, I love cakes, and over here I make simple, informative tutorials to help you navigate baking and decorating easily. I feel like I'm dressing in the marketplace. What are we doing today? We are back with some prep work for our Valentine's boxes, and so the morning has been full of that. Some shopping to do, organizing, and organizing, I say, is we have to organize and pre-make some of the items that are going into the as part of the cake. So we have caramel, the sponge flavors that are in the box. There's a choice of caramel sauce if you like, or you can go for jam, which is raspberry jam. So yeah, we have work to do, and I thought I'll bring you along the process. Don't forget, alongside everything else we are doing for the boxes, I also have regular cakes to go, so that makes planning really important. I can see Dawn in the chat. Dawn lovely, how are you? Good afternoon. The weather is better today. I'm not complaining. It's a good day to be a little it's not warm. It's February, so it's not warm, but it's not like cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was like the air was crisp, like dry, cold air. And yeah, I'm happy the weather is better. I've actually been out all morning shopping and organizing, so it's great to be back. I hope you're all are having a good day. Dawn, what's up with you? What have you been doing? Have you had some cheese and crackers yet? It's a good protein breakfast to have. I have been scoffing on, what do you call it? Croissants. Croissant. The French people say it's croissant. Fashion creator, why are you covering your hair, darling? I would answer your question, but can I just also ask, why is my hair a subject? Why is it of any interest to you, my darling? Why? You've only just met me. If we'd met at a bus stop, right, or we ran into each other in a lift, or across the town or somewhere, and you wanted to talk to me, the first thing won't be, oh, why are you covering your hair? So just out of curiosity, why is my hair even a subject of interest? Whoo, Dawn has booked a holiday to go to Spain. Dawn, you just put the boot in for some of us who are still like, okay, you know what? You deserve a good holiday for all the things that has been happening. You deserve a good holiday. So go and enjoy the sunshine. Put your feet up. Enjoy the ocean. Enjoy the good people, the good food. Is it paella or paella or whatever that is? Whatever version of Spanish food, enjoy, honey. You deserve it. When are you off? Lollipop is back. Hi from India. There's is it Karthik? Karthik is in the chat. Hello, our friends. Great to be back. If you're just joining us in the chat, hello there. And if you're meeting me for the first time, thank you for being here. I love cakes. You'll find out very shortly that we're making some cake related stuff soon, okay? But if you don't mind, tell us where you're joining us from. What is making your day? Like, we are nosy out here. We want to know. We want to know. Well, Lollipop, we are having a good day because you know what? The weather is great over here. I hope you are having a good day too. You know what? I told you we are doing some end of March. Oh, that won't be long. That will not, because February is very short and we are already, is it 4th already? It's 4th. Is it 4th? Someone, It's 4th of February, right? Yeah. So Lollipop is chilling in her front room with the toddler. Has the plumber, has the cracked, has it been repaired? Has the repair works been undertaken already? Look, I told you, we want to make some buttercream. We want to make some caramel sauce. So let's get to, nope. Lollipop, I hope it gets fixed soon, okay? All you 22 people up there in the chat, hello there. Stop for a minute and sit with me, right? If you're just scrolling on by and something just made you stop, okay? What made you stop? Tell us why you're here and where you're joining us from. We are just curious to know about you. If you want to be ghost and sit on the fence, that's fine too, okay? But we like to engage here. We like to get to know you. And our friend who was asking about my hair, friend, I never, are you gone? All right, bye. Because you come and like, why am I covering my hair? I'm like, why is it of interest to you? And I haven't heard back from you, friend. So clearly, that's just it, people. Let's get on to the prep work. And whilst you're at it, be kind. You can like the video. You can join us. Join the conversation. So I'm trying to think. Let's start with French buttercream. It's easier. I am not as organized because I'm not trying to make it a little harder than it should be, because it's been a very busy morning and we will still be talking about our Valentine boxes and Lollipop. I think we've hit a little snag with our gifts, but we'll talk about it so you know what to expect. Karthik is from India. Karthik is in there with us. Lovely friend, right? So let's get on with our French buttercream. Who knows a thing? Who knows about French buttercream? Not those of you who live with me here. Those of you who live with me, those of you who live on this channel know French buttercream. So I'm not asking you. I'm asking the new people. If you're new here, put your hand up in the chat. Let's see who you are. If you're new here, Dolly is back. Dolly. Auntie Akua. Auntie Akua, how are you? Auntie Akua, how are you? Are you working today? Let's see. Let's get the... We are going to put the buttercream first, and then we will do the caramel, and our last thing will be to kind of put together the boxes. Right. Karthik, you see, you found company in the chat. Do you like cakes as much as we do? We love you here. I think it's about time I think of buying a new scale. But I'm kind of used to this one. I'm keeping it out of habits, people. It's not because I can't afford a... But I love this one. I have a few other ones. I have a flat salter. But I just love... Okay. Let's go get some French buttercream done, shall we? In here, I need 350 grams. Oh, okay, that's good. That is Dolly, because most of the time Dolly is running off to surgery and leaving us over here. Dolly, I should come and see you to fix my teeth for me, is it? Will you? Will you not? Will you not leave me toothless? Oh Lord. How is Valentine plans coming along though, Dolly? This is annoying. That's a 17-gram yolk. I just need, okay, let's see. Yeah. I just wanted to raise the yolk quantity in my, and then in my French buttercream. You haven't done French buttercream before? Okay, that's there's 350 grams of granulated sugar. The thing with French buttercream is it's super adaptable, so you will find different recipes here and there. This is just what I use consistently, and it works. You can have more egg yolks. You can use just whole eggs. You can have egg yolks only. And what I'm doing is I just want a richer, because if you use only eggs, sometimes you have to use more butter. And if you use egg yolks only, so you can use whole eggs only. But if you do that, you will have to use more butter. Like for this same quantity, about if I made it out of full 350 grams of whole eggs, I would need about a kilo of egg, a kilo of butter, which is 4 solid 250 gram blocks. And it's not the subject of the butter that's an issue. It's just because I want a different consistency. I want a very balanced consistency where it holds, but it's richer and it's not overwhelming. Because when you swap to egg yolks only, you get a very thick and strong consistency that I don't like very much for this particular thing I'm doing. So having some egg yolks only and some whole eggs is a nice consistency and balance for me. So what I am aiming for is about 150 grams of egg yolks, which is what I have. And then thankfully I'm going to be using this for Swiss meringue buttercream, so nothing goes to waste. So we have 150 grams to 160 grams here of egg yolks, and then the rest will be whole eggs. And what I'm aiming for is a full quantity of 350 grams also. But the thing with this buttercream is that it's adaptable too. So yeah, instead of 350 grams, I have 385 grams. So I'm just going to, if I took, I won't be able to measure out the egg whites, but I also don't need an extra egg yolk to come out, so I'm just going to use that. So we have 380 grams over here of eggs, and then we have 350 grams of granulated sugar. I will make up for it by, you could, at this point, you could raise the sugar to match the eggs. It's neither here nor there. But the 350 grams is fine for me with 380 grams of eggs. But the caution here is that if you're breaking your eggs, pay attention. I was distracted talking to you people, so sorry. Let me just wash my hands. And then we will just mix this together. It is very important that you keep whisking and mixing this together so that the eggs and the whole eggs and the yolks will come together. But more importantly, if you are seeing me make French buttercream for the first time like this, take notes. Don't put this on there and be distracted by what's going on in your environment. You'll come back to scrambled eggs, okay? We don't want scrambled eggs. We want to make French buttercream, okay? The goal of setting the bowl over the double boiler is to just make sure that the eggs come to a safer temperature of 160 to 165 degree F, equivalent to 72, 73 degrees C, which is where the safe zone is to rid it of foodborne bacteria. It also has the added benefit of dissolving the sugar alongside and changing the consistency from a viscous hard consistency to something lighter, which will then be whipped to a ribbon-like shape. You will see that all come together as I go on with it, so stay with me. But what we will not be doing is leaving this and then going off to watch telly. This part of the process is extremely boring, like nothing is happening, because what you're doing is you're trying to get this eggs to come to the temperature I have just stated by just using the steam, which is underneath the bowl, and it's coming directly from the saucepan. You want to make sure that the water you are using doesn't come all the way up so much that it is touching the bottom of the bowl. If you do that, you might just risk having scrambled eggs. So to avoid that, think of the bowl, the saucepan, about a third of the way up. I think that's about 600 mils of water in here. That's a guesstimate because I actually did take time to do that before. But if I give you the number, it's because I'm being super pedantic. The point is just make sure that your bowl is not sitting directly on the water. It should be able to sit on the steam. It should be able to sit on the saucepan solid, but hang enough that it's secure but not touching the water. That's it. So let's get on with this. Nothing is happening. Oh, Bloxy Banana. Bloxy Banana, I'm good, thank you. And you? How are you keeping? And how is life treating you? Happy? It's Tuesday. What? It's Wednesday. I was just going to say it's Tuesday, isn't it? Like, I think I've lost count of what day of the week it is for me, my people. So yeah, good to have you back. For those of you who are looking forward to Valentine, come on, spill the secret. What are you doing for Valentine? And if you haven't planned Valentine, here's your reminder to go start planning something. And you can start you can start by being thoughtful and considerate, okay? If you're a man and you're in the men, I'm talking to you. I am biased because sometimes you forget, okay? You do. And the women, if you're in the chat, tell us what you would like, okay? So that we can pass it to your bed. Kidding. Okay? Anyway, let's... Sometimes, just so you know, sometimes depending on how this is going, you would see that there is texture from the egg yolks in the mixture here. It is fine. Don't fret about it. We know what Lollipop is going to be up to. Dawn. Judith, how? For Valentine's Day, I'm treating myself to a sip and paint. Judith, you go, girl. A sip and paint. I love me a girl who is like, I'm going to take myself out here and treat myself to something that I love and enjoy. Okay? Go sip and paint. Okay? Now I'm curious to know what you painted. Come on. Now, spill. Okay? We are just spilling the proverbial drink. And I don't care what it is. Okay? It could be water. Just spill what you were painting. Okay? Just tell us. Since you told us. Judith, we are so happy for you. A sip, Dawn, yeah, a sip and paint. Maybe I will let Judith tell you, but I have ideas about what it is. It's certainly like sometimes it can be a sitting for one, but it's better in company when a select group of people go to, sometimes it's an art gallery or somewhere where you can paint stuff. These days it has been extended to different sorts of things. So for instance, it could be a cake painting session where you make like your own decorations on a cake and there's drink and all of that. That's what I am assuming, but hey, who cares about my assumptions? We'll have Judith tell us exactly what the sip and paint is all about. At least we will learn something new. Lollipop, you'll be cooking up a meal. Lollipop, that statement is quite loaded. We might just not try to unpack it. Did you say you'll be cooking up a meal? Well, we know some meals that end up baking in the oven, okay? No pun intended. So you keep cooking. Lollipop. Lollipop, you should have kept that to yourself, isn't it? Oh, okay. So you'll be running a double shift, is it? Girl, I need to keep quiet. Okay. Whoo, Lollipop. Lollipop, I can't wait. Okay? I just cannot wait. Dawn, make sure you don't have a cup of hot tea to hand, because that will not end up well, will it? Right, so let's get back to what we're doing over here. Your cheeks hurt from laughing. I mean, that's the whole point of us being here, isn't it? Make each other laugh. I mean, we are not ex, because the ex, well, here is it. Here's a mum joke. Why do the ex not tell each other jokes? Well, no pun intended, there's ex here. So why don't the ex tell each other jokes? Well, if you're missing the point, because the ex don't want to crack each other up. Well, we're not ex, we are not fragile. You don't know that one. Well, because they don't want to crack each other up, okay? But we are not as fragile as ex. So we crack each other up, we laugh out here. So it's all right. Let's get on with it, okay? So we know you will officially be working very hard. There is no helping hand offered on this occasion, Lollipop. You are all the way on your own with a sprinkling of God over there for you. Good luck. All right? Lollipop, I went shopping. And you know what? I forgot to pick some tissues. And now my nose is running. Why did the tomato in the fridge blush? Well, I clearly don't know that one too. You tell us. Is it because it was chilly? Because they saw the salad dressing. Okay. There are so many ways of looking like it, isn't it? It is supposed to be a very simple, like friendly. Oh, okay. Dawn, this is for you. Judith is sharing the details about the painting. Judith says, I understand the painting we are doing is a lighthouse against the blue sky. The teacher provides everything and everyone paints the same picture. You drink wine whilst you paint. Honey, I would love to be you on the day, except the problem is that when I take a sip of wine, just one sip, I roll over, okay? I don't care what wine it is because I don't even know drink very much. But when I sip wine and it gets into my bloodstream, because I have no tolerance, I literally just want to roll over and go to sleep. Like, so I don't know if a sip and paint will ever be for me, because you know what? I'd be asleep. So have fun on our behalf, okay, Judith? And good luck. That's all. $38 for about 3 hours. That's really good. You paint. I mean, if you went to what we call a pub over here, how much will like a glass of wine cost in a pub over here? Lollipop, come and advise us. Oh, you did. Dolly says, I've done a cake decorating and sip in December. It was fine. Was it you organizing it or you were an attendee? Oh, you organized it. That's exciting. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know what? I imagine it will be good fun just hanging out with a bunch of people and showing them what to do. So a glass of wine. Okay. So let's say give or take about 6 pounds over here. So what, 6 pounds, what would that be in dollars? Somebody tell me. So if you come to think about it, having a drink, painting something, and the company, because sometimes you're not just paying for the item, you're paying for the experience. But $38, I think that's a bargain, honey. You can decorate and take your cake home. Well, yeah. Good for you. Well, I held a decoration party, not sip. There was no sipping. There was more like eat and chat for my church people a while back, and that was fun too anyway. But like I told you, I would go to sleep if I had a sip of anything, okay? You have another one coming up in March. Good luck, lovely. Good luck with that. Yep, I have already, if you're here, we are not just chatting, you know, we are still trying to make French buttercream, and the consistency, look, it is turning. I want to show you what it looks like here. It is turning all ribbon like and foamy. That's what you want. You'll see that I haven't done anything else. But if you're doing this at home, you need a thermometer to make sure that the temperature. You don't drink, but you serve your guests with wine. Dolly, I'm side-eyeing you. Is that the excuse you're giving for the wine you're keeping in the cellar? I'm kidding, darling. Okay, now Now that we've got the consistency right, you want to get that off the warm water. Move this away. For French buttercream, you don't have the same issues as you would with Swiss buttercream, where everything has to be degreased and clean of fat residue. So I would whip this over here on the countertop for you to see, but it's just the whipping process. Plus I want the countertop so we can move on to making caramel and then also boxing up. So I'm going to move that to the mixer over here. Here's the mixer. It's just to the side. It's not on camera, but once we get it's whipped enough and we need to add the butter, I'll bring it back in shot and you'll see. So let's just move that to the side. And you let it whip over there, so it will be whipping in the background just in case anyone is wondering. We're going to be making some caramel here. There's 220 grams of sugar here. I don't know why I moved this out of shot in the first place, but hey, it's back. People, how are you? People was here when we were making the book cake. We missed you too, honey. How are you? I'm quiet, it's because I'm trying to get this caramel done so it doesn't burn on me. Have you ever had the misfortune of being burnt by sugar? It is not pretty. We have 50 grams of cold unsalted butter that I have chopped into small pieces. I wish you could see into the bowl, but essentially this is what we are doing. I hope you can see. Now that we have that, we are going to add our cream a little at a time. This is fresh cream, as in fresh double cream. There's a difference between the two. Double cream is different from fresh cream, okay? So this is fresh cream. Okay, we don't want a... If you've been here, you know I like caramel with flavor. This is not necessarily for me alone. It's for you. If you've already placed your order for the Valentine sale, the Valentine boxes, if you've already placed yours, this caramel will end up on your vanilla sponge, if you like. So a little bit there for you. So come on. This is, look at the caramel, my people. I like me a lovely caramel. Okay, now let's let it simmer a bit. Let's add some salt. Oh, did I teach myself to bake, honey? If I had someone to teach me, I think I would be long gone in my journey already. But yeah, I am predominantly a self-taught baker. But along the way, I did take intense courses and private classes. That was at the most of the time at the start of my journey, when I was looking. Judith, bear with me. That was when I had started my journey, and I was just looking to learn a few different things. But for most part, I am predominantly a self-taught baker. Okay. We need some salt. Can't go wrong with salted caramel. I think sometimes it's better sea salt, but hey, we can't. There you go. Ooh, this looks yum. You definitely want some of this. I promise you. What am I looking for? Vanilla. There you go. So you are watching exactly what is going into. There you go. Lollipop, be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Okay? So just be patient, honey. Okay, we'll let this cook down whilst we clear up, because we're bringing our French buttercream back, because today is about prep and managing time and being efficient. So I feel like I have achieved that, which is exciting. Okay, there you go. We don't want a soft sort of soft boiled caramel, if you like. The hard boil is the one you end up setting over. Let me just wipe my worktop. Let's do this. Okay, that's the caramel. I told you we have only 10 boxes to go. Once they are done, I'm done. So if you're still in a place of contemplating whether you should or not, you've been told, look at that caramel. Get in my belly. I think that's the song. If Get in My Belly is a song, that is definitely what Lollipop is singing. Get in my belly. Right. So we have caramel all sorted. You know what I have to do? I have to tell you. I have to taste it. You know what? I never ever feel so sure about tasting caramel, because it will burn your mouth. Can you see the smile on my face? Okay. I am out here licking what's on my table too. You've been told. This on a sponge with French buttercream. Don't tell me I didn't tell you. And after this, Valentine boxes are done, right? When I'm eating cakes over here, I will not be guilty. Because most of the time, I honestly feel guilty because I feel like I'm leaving you behind. But now you have a chance to get the cake I've been eating. So go help yourself, honey. Go on. Right. So caramel, done. We'll leave it to set on the side here. We're bringing our buttercream back. Here's our French buttercream. Now, besides having to whip it, what you really want is for it to get like this. and also for this to cool completely. And one way you can know that is when you touch the bowl, make sure the bowl is completely cool, because if it doesn't and you put the butter in, it's going to melt and become like a runny thing that doesn't do anything for you. So it's cool now, and the consistency is very ribbon like, which is great for me. Now at this point, the salt I have is unsalted butter. The salt I have is, the butter I'm using is unsalted butter. So we want to put a bit of salt in here. The thing with French buttercream is you can adapt the salt to suit how you feel. Okay, that's fine. And then it's time to add the butter. There's about 750 to 800 grams of butter. These 3 blocks alone is 750, and I've already taken 50 grams from this. So we are starting with the 200 grams of butter. You could do well by putting your butter in the microwave a bit. It's very hard and it's going to struggle to mix up. Okay. Okay. Now we turn our mixer down and our butter is softened enough. So I'm just going to add the butter in small chunky pieces. If your butter is still hard, just make sure it's soft, because otherwise it won't break up in the mixture. Right, so we had a total of 700 grams of unsalted butter in there, and it's all gone into our egg mixture. Can you see the consistency of buttercream we have here? It is super rich. We haven't tasted it yet. I've done it many times, so I know what to expect, but don't worry, we'll get to the tasting part. That's the fun part. Now what you want to do is just whip it so that the butter thins out a little bit, because otherwise it's nice and tasty, but it will feel so buttery in your mouth if you try this like this. So now let's go and raise up the mixer and let it boot. And then to kind of cancel out the battery mouthfeel, I have about 120 grams of icing sugar here. Okay, now let's see, it's tasting time, but before we taste, look what it looks like. Look, this stuff here, it's like vanilla ice cream. Well, we don't have the vanilla yet. I just reminded myself, thank you. But remember, I always say intention matters. Intention. The consistency here with 700 grams of butter means it's not firm or solid. It's very unstable. Good for filling, not great for covering a cake. Let me make that clear. Okay. And in case you want to know again, look. Look. It is just... Anyway, let me just add, and I'll tell you this. This buttercream tastes better after it's been left for a day or two, because it absorbs whatever flavoring you've added, and it's so... Oh, okay. I don't want to ruin it for you, but hey. Here, lots of vanilla with love. Okay? You'll be making trifle. Oh, oi, 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 oi. Okay. Taste time. know, people, I am always excited to eat. I've always made French buttercream. I know it tastes great. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. Yes, Dawn, it is. This is part of the buttercream here is going over the vanilla sponge, and I don't know if I have to make another batch because I keep forgetting I have regular cakes to fill. But yeah, this is for the Valentine boxes. So I am prepping the buttercream in advance so that it can set, absorb flavors, but it's out of the way because the sponges will be the last thing I'll bake. Because remember, it's all has to be done, like packaged and in the post for the afternoon of the 12th. So on my birthday, there will be a lot of baking. And then on the next day, morning all the way, because I want it to be as fresh as possible, closer to the time. So we'll probably get the baking done 10th, 11th, and then it goes out 12th. Yeah, that's where we are. But the pre-order closes on the 10th anyway, so we'll see. That goes. We're done here. Okay. I forgot to buy tissue when I went out shopping. I have to go again. Well, our goals have been met today. Shopping, check. Well, most of the shopping. There are still some bits of shopping to do because I went shopping and forgot some items that needed picking up. So most of those are done. Our buttercream for the sponge done. We have Swiss buttercream, which is going to go for the red velvet. Yep. And yep, there are still boxes to kind of create. So you'll be here with me when we fix the boxes. These are the box lids. Unfortunately, these boxes don't come with instructions. But anyway, my son will tell you, use your common sense. So I think common sense means we can fix this. We can fix this. We can. Okay, so common sense, can we? This is a lid. Okay. Boring old job, isn't it? Okay. So at least when the box gets in your post, you will know everything in it was made by hand. Over here, because you can see me having a whole fight with your box. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Okay. Lollipop, don't you worry. We made it. We made it. Okay? I know you appreciate me and what I do. I know that. Thank you very much. And I know all of you do in your very little ways. So thank you so very much, all of you. Dawn is off on her holiday to Spain, and all she's thinking about is her seafood. Seafood paella. Or risotto. Which one is Italian and which one is Spanish? Either way, it's still good food, okay? I wonder if you will miss fish and chips, Dawn. White fish and scampi. But you know what? Nothing beats English fish and chips. Okay? So if you go to Spain, you are getting the Spain version of the English fish and chips, I guess. And if you were... Okay. There's 12 of you in the chat. If you're wondering, who is this random woman stood here fighting with the box? I will explain in a minute. Just stick with me, okay? Just stick with me and watch me be mad with the box for a mad moment. And that's not even the hardest part. The hardest part is the ribbons I've got to create for your... I'll show you that tomorrow. The ribbons, I've got to create like custom ribbons for the spoons. It's like, why? Because I love cake that much. And I actually just want you to have a great experience of cake. Okay? Those are 2 covers done. Okay? I am not going to die on this hill. But those are 2 lids. So when you eventually receive your box, which are, for those of you who don't know, when you eventually receive you will see that these hands have been making these boxes. And it's a lot. Let's put it away for a minute whilst we're at it. And so, for all 8 of you, I take myself, Dawn. Who don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the boxes? Just put your hand up in the chat. Because Dawn knows, Lollipop knows. Some of you know, but I don't know who makes up the 8 people in the chat. So who is here? Who is new to all this madness going on here? Dawn, you like fish and chips, but not chippy food. So you don't like fish and chips with curry sauce from the chippy. I will not be going to the pub with you then, Dawn. Because you know what? That is one of my guilty. Like, as a Ghanaian who cooks, right? I wouldn't say I'm a foodie, but you won't find me out here like, we're not pouring anything out of a tin, okay? We are not about that life. That's not shaming people who eat from tins. I'm just saying that is not my concept of food. Like, if you grow up in a home where the culture requires you to cook fresh every evening. Now I'm looking at my mother and thinking, who are you trying to impress? Cooking every day in the evening. Like, why? But no. But for someone who cooks, let me just stick with the point. The English food I just like to pig in is good chippy. Because when I say a good chippy, there's fish and chips, but there's a good chippy fish and chips and curry sauce that hits different. And I love it. So Dawn, you're on your road, okay? Because the fish and chips, I don't like the greasy brown, sort of overly cooked fish. No, I want a nice, crispy, yellow looking dry cod that you can crunch in and feel like you're losing an enamel with all the sensations, but you're like, I like it. So yeah, shoot me. I love me a good plate of fish and chips from the chippy with curry sauce. And the curry sauce, it has to hit different. Like there has to be someone who knows how to mix that stuff. Because if it's this, I don't know how to explain it. There is some curry sauce that has taste, like, you know, you know they've added some stuff to it. MSG, hello. But you're like, it's tasty. Yeah. Fish and chips. Chippy. Thank you. You know what, Lollipop, thank you. You are my person. I didn't want to throw the Chinese in because if you get fish and chips that has ethnic people, the curry sauce hits different. I'm just saying. Like, it's good. So, anyway, that's fish and chips. And so, we were supposed to be doing the box lids. And then, when all is said and done, your box will end up in something like this, sealed and wrapped and delivered to you. Anyway, ooh, okay. Whew. I thought I stuck that wrong. And if you're still in the chat and you're wondering what this is, we have Valentine themed taster boxes up on the channel. I said, yeah, a community post. You can check and order a box for yourself. You get 6 cups. You get 6 dessert cups, 2 red velvet, 2 vanilla, and 2 decadent chocolate slices. And Lollipop, the gift is a handwritten card. A handwritten card that will be part of your package, all of you. A handwritten card directly addressed to you as part of your purchase. So, yep. So go pick it up and let's be done with it. I would sincerely appreciate your purchase because it's a lot of work to put it together, but it's also an extension of my love for what I do, okay, and giving you value back. We talked extensively about what is going into it, you know, the costs and all of that. So people, we have only 10 boxes to go. They're not much. It's also a test to see what your interests and preferences are. So let's see. And whatever happens, I'll still be back here talking to you about it, and we'll see. But like I said, when this drop is done, I don't think I will ever feel guilty eating cake over here by myself, ever. It will still be a lonely experience. It will still be a lonely experience because I like to share my food. Like, I do. I sincerely love to share my food. I never understand people who like, don't touch my food. I don't mind. I share my food. So eating cakes here is like, oh, why? There are people who would enjoy the experience of eating with me, I guess. So if you're just joining us here, do consider picking one up. They're £30 flat price for each box, but you get the option of first class guaranteed postage, which is first class for an extra £10, totaling £40, and you get regular first class, which is not guaranteed. That will be £6 extra. So you have the option of a £40 option and a £36 altogether. Either way, they will all be posted on the same day, and hopefully they will get to you okay. Sue. Oh, Sue, honey. Sue, it's great to see you. And yes, thanks for your prayer. And look, the fact that we are here today, 4th of February, alive, well, with breath, we're doing wonderfully. And it's great to see you again. How are you? I trust you've been keeping well too. It's really good to see you. Hello. We've been talking, we've been making buttercream, prepping ingredients for a bake session coming up. And we've been talking fish and chips and chippy foods, which is exciting. Dawn, you've subscribed to Ghana Food Channels. Go on, my darling. You are about to be Africanized out here, Dawn. Because when we give you Ghanaian jollof with seasoned, and I'm talking seasoned, I mean, I am over chicken, okay? In Ghana, we eat jollof with chicken, but that's because sometimes when I'm talking about this, I talk about it from my experience because I've been here for a very long time. But growing up, chicken was luxury for me, right? Chicken is not like the basic, like, item you can pick from your Lidl or Aldi. Like, we ate chicken at Christmas. Don't tell nobody. But anyway, so I'm over chicken. I'm just giving you that context to say I'm over chicken, especially after being here a long time, realizing chicken is not that precious anymore. So you know what? A good plate of jollof rice with pork shoulder steak, seasoned well, grilled. Ooh, Dawn, you're about to be Ghanaian, okay? Oh, Sue, struggling with health, but giving it all up to God. That's what faith says. We are praying with you and for you. And we trust that healing will be your portion. And whilst you wait and hope and pray, may the good Lord give you strength to endure the times. Okay? All the best. Dawn, you don't like pork. Okay, you know what? A nice cut of steak is still fine. But grill the African way, okay? We're not talking the English way where you throw butter and no. Find a Ghanaian to grill you that And we don't do rare, medium rare. It's just grilled for you the African way. All the best. All the best, Sue. We'll see you soon. Mwah. Take care. You don't eat steak. You know what? Find your best option of protein. It could be anything. Just find an African to grill it for you. That's all. Unless you've gone completely vegetarian, then I can't help you, because that jollof will be dry. But then with Ghanaian coleslaw without the animal proteins will still hit good, because then we'll give you, okay, forget the meat options. Forget the meat options. We will throw in I'd be surprised if you knew this, ripe plantain. It's like cousins to banana, but it's plantain that is ripe. And as an accompaniment to jollof rice, it's fried. It's diced in small pieces or sliced in chunky pieces and then fried. That with a side of salad, some hot sauce, as in what you would call chili oil. We call it shit oil, but similar things, not the same, similar in the way they are in characteristics. Ooh, that stuff is so good. Okay? Okay. Lollipop, because of textures. You slow roast meat. Not plantain. Okay. If you like Jamaican food goods, you would like just, if you like mince, yeah. All I'm saying is just find an African to cook it for you. It's seasoned different. It is different. The flavors hits different. So if you like Jamaican food, I'm sure you like jollof rice. That's all. Good people. Okay. Lollipop struggles with textures. Okay. Okay. It's still okay. You can still make lollipop if you struggle with textures. The way you've described your beef to be cooked is still fine. It's still fine for jollof rice. So yeah, you know who we haven't seen today, even with all the fun going on? Tapita. Where is our lovely Tapita? Somebody find Tapita. I did email her though. I did email her. Yeah, I've just thought about her. Tapita. Tapita, if you happen to watch this on replay, we're thinking about you. Yeah? People? A sister gotta go, okay? Sister gotta go. I'll be back here tomorrow, God willing. It will be Thursday, and Friday will come quickly. Let's go grab the box, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. See you later.